Hey, it's me, VV, and welcome to Vana Vitriolic. Ladies and gentlemen, this is LA Noire episode 16. Big thank you to the patrons for making this happen. If you would like to join the patrons and submit and vote on future content for this YouTube channel, check out the link in the description. And what is up, everybody, to episode 15 of LA Noire. Okay. So I changed some settings just as a heads up, because I think I moved the Rockstar launcher, and then the game basically was like, something's weird, something's different. And so I had to go through the settings anyways, but then I decided to change them because there was a visual clue indicator, which I guess I just thought would be too easy, but honestly, through playing through the game again, the visual clue indicator is way better. Just because, like, you know, I just want to get all the clues. Finding the clues is not that, you know, big of a deal. If it seems to be too easy, we'll turn it off. And also, I turned the audio of the dialogue volume louder. So this episode may be a little bit different, just so you know. But yeah, let's take a look at our case. The studio secretary murder. We are starting this case fresh, right? We got the murder victim, who once again is a female. They all have been females, right? Pretty much, which is crazy. Brutal murders as well. Pawned rings. Rose gold rings belonging to Deidre Mahler. Oh, that's right. Pawned at Globe Loan and Jewelry. Yeah, so Deidre Mahler. I'm trying to remember who that was, because there was Hugo Mahler. Wasn't that the Eli case? Because it was like HM, right? Hugo Muller, but then also Eli had like an HM from working at the nautical warehouse or whatever the heck. So I don't know what's going on there. That's really weird. It's tying back to that Eli case, but then it sounded like somebody said that I put away Hugo, but I didn't. But maybe he went away for something else. Anyways, we're at the pawnbroker, and we got the rail yard, because, yeah, we're supposed to go to a different area as well for a different murder, I do believe. And then let's take a look at the case objectives. So yet another white female, 40 years old, the body recovered in the rail freight depot on Santa Fe Avenue, East downtown. But before our new investigation can even begin, we have old business to attend to. Personal effects belonging to one Deidre Mahler were recently pawned for cash, and it sounds as though the DA is desperate that something be done before the story hits the papers. Investigate Globe Loan and Jewelry. Investigate rail yard crime scene. Okay, so we should be at the pawn, store. This is really interesting. Like, why is the Deidre case being brought back here? What's up, Failer? Do I have to talk to you through the little bars?
Galloway, LAPD. You have a rose gold wedding and engagement ring?
David Bremner. Am I going to get something for this pledge? Gave that bum money. Now you guys are going to leave me short.
How much did you give him?
$50.
Try another number.
20?
Try 10. Feel lucky you're getting it.
I have the rings right here.
Yeah, so we had a little magnifying glass icon on the bottom left. Yeah, I guess we'll just have, like I said, if it takes away from the challenge, I will remove it, but I just want this game to be a little bit more readable, as I've talked about. Okay, ring on the left. What do we got?
What's this mark here?
Maker's mark. Usually traceable. That one came from Hartfield's Jewelry down on Broadway.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh, yeah, Maker's marks. Yeah, because I have a puzzle ring we got at a Renaissance fair, and it has a little Maker's mark on it as well. Okay, came from where? Brooklyn? New York?
Does this mark mean anything?
Hallmark. Gives you an idea of the quality.
Okay, so 22 karat gold on that one.
What have you got on the guy who brought these in?
Goes by the name of Percy B. Shelley. Gave an address. 15 Poland Street, London, Tulare County.
Can you give us a description of the man who pawned these rings?
Not sure. Medium height, medium build. Dark hair, I think. Sorry. He just had one of those forgettable faces.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Bremner.
Phelps is like always upset. He's just always aggressive every single time he talks to anybody. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so before we leave any location, I'm going to check the intuition just to see. No show all clues. And then now we got to check the rail yard, I guess. But I'm not sure exactly what we're doing with this case here. It's kind of weird. And also, yeah, we should just grab like a new car every time, I guess. Just to keep
Out of the car. Police.
filling
Oh,
out
not on
that
your life,
compendium.
Buster.
Not on your life, Buster. Chevrolet Fleetmaster 2DR. It's so weird. After beating San Andreas, like no one's trying to come in and steal my car, because in GTA San Andreas, like you take somebody's car, they will follow you to the ends of the earth. Do we not have a location? Are we supposed to do anything more there? I'm just gonna go to the rail yard, I'm assuming.
We have a problem.
We could have the local troopers check out the Tulare County address.
The address is bogus. Herp is having fun with us. The guy who's been sending the Dahlia letters is also the guy who pawned these rings.
How do you figure that one?
Percy Bysshe Shelley wrote the poem that came with the Dahlia letter. If the Dahlia letters are genuine, then the man who killed Elizabeth Short may have also killed Deirdre Mullen.
And how do we prove that, Phelps? Skipper ain't gonna like this one bit.
We're gonna have to rely on this guy tripping up on his own vanity.
Yeah, it's so weird because it definitely I mean, there's like, you know, I'm not a detective or anything, of course, but like there's obviously tons of foul play here. And, you know, I get it. Like, the detectives want to be like, you know, well, we got to square away the murderer. That's it. That's all that matters. But, like, obviously it's going to come back to bite you in the ass anyways. It's going to be worse if you don't do things the right way. So, point being is, like, yeah, I mean, clearly something stinks with all these murders being so heavily connected.
Someone, please.
And Cole has just laid it out right then and there, basically. Okay, how do we get down here, man? These bridges in LA are always, like, cutting me off from trying to get to the place I need to get to. No, you're fine, you're fine. I'm just taking a little bit of a shortcut. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. Okay, there we go. So this is the rail yard where there was a new murder, right?
You boys ready? Follow me.
We should keep this development with the rings under our hat until we speak with the captain.
We're all on the same team, Rusty.
Chain of command, Phelps. The skipper will decide who needs to know. Got it?
I get it, Rusty. I just don't like it. Hard, isn't it?
Yeah. I look after all the rail depots.
What have you got?
The Negro, Nelson Gaines, called it in. I came down here to make sure him and the other guy, Jameson, stuck around.
Jameson found the body?
Something like that. Guy makes me sick.
We'll talk to the coroner. Keep an eye on both of them.
Who is Jameson? I think did we talk to Gaines before? Because there's another rail yard murder, right? So we might have already talked to Gaines. I'm not sure if he's a new character or not. What's up?
Detective Phelps and Galloway, homicide. Can you tell me exactly what happened?
We were shutting cars over to the main line when I saw this man here lying on top of this woman. The woman wasn't moving and seemed to be in a bad way.
What time was this?
About 7:30 this morning, sir.
Thanks for your help. Have you given Patrolman Hart your details?
I have, sir.
Thank you. You can go now.
Appreciate it. Yeah, it's so weird. We saw the face of the murderer in that cutscene, didn't we? Which seems like massive dramatic irony. I guess not irony, but you know what I mean. Anyways, let's talk to the coroner. Who is Jameson, though?
What have we got here?
White female, approximately 40 years of age, lipstick smudges on the face, but no writing, at least nothing legible. A blunt force trauma to the temple, nose, and eye regions. Ligature marks point to the probable cause of death being strangulation.
Any idea of the time of death?
From her temperature, after midnight would be my guess.
After midnight. Which, yeah, there's so many things that link these murders together, right? Like after midnight. I mean, obviously, if you're doing killing, I'm assuming you're waiting until late at night, of course. But you can see this little clue icon in the bottom left that pops up, but it goes away pretty quickly as well. But obviously, this is an obvious clue here.
Smell?
Very good. There is the usual evacuation smell, but it appears she's been living rough for quite some time.
Very strong smell of alcohol.
Well, the autopsy will tell, but I would assume that she was inebriated.
Vagrancy? Okay, so she was, yeah, an alcoholic, or at least drinking heavily, perhaps. Okay, we've got the right hand here.
Another missing ring.
Certainly seems I've been swabbing a lot of bare fingers recently.
Can you be more exact about the time of death?
No later than 2 a.m. The state the body was in, a 1 or 2 hour window is the best I can do.
Again, 2 a.m. Yeah, that really is fitting the modus operandi of this killer, who is also stealing so many rings. And then again, is a size 8 shoe, unless we're just being toyed with, because the guy definitely seems to be toying with us, right? Okay, I'm trying to see if I can investigate the torso. Okay, what do we have over here? Looks like nothing. Okay, so I'm assuming we're done with the body. And then who is this Jameson fella? I'm assuming it's this guy?
Detective Phelps, LAPD homicide.
John Ferdinand Jameson.
We need you to answer some questions, John.
If you don't mind, I prefer Ferdinand.
Don't push your luck, knucklehead.
What were you doing to the body, Ferdinand?
Are you sure you won't be upset?
Try me, Ferdinand.
I was kissing her. It's not against the law.
Shut up.
There's no
Take
law
your
against
beating
it.
like a man.
Turn out your pockets, Ferdinand. Classic Carmine.
Yeah, let's get this guy on, like, what, evidence tampering or, you know, crime scene tampering? That is very foul.
Beautiful day.
Jesus.
Yours, Ferdinand?
Hope we don't have any
No.
trouble.
I found it near her purse. I thought she could use some lipstick.
Rusty, stop! Don't hit him.
God, yeah, this game gets, like, really, really dark, which I'm fine with because, obviously, a murder detective in L.A. in the 50s, in the 40s, it's gonna be dark, but... Man, oh man. Okay. Discovery of victim's body.
You found the body?
Yes, I did. I work here. I was coming off shift and headed home.
Okay. What is it? He definitely seems dodgy. He's immediately looking to the right. We definitely don't have... Usually the early interrogations, you know, there's not a lot to... You usually say doubt, is what I'm saying.
Why didn't you report the body, Jameson? Do you know how this is going to look to a jury?
A jury? What gives? I could tell that she was dead. I came through here about midnight last night. She wasn't here then.
Let me belt him again.
Yeah, if there's anybody that deserves a punch in the face, it's this guy. Like, not only are you obviously a massive creep, but on top of that, you're not even respecting somebody that just was murdered. Like, that's, come on, man. That's the least that they deserve. Interference with evidence.
You went through her purse?
It wasn't like she needed it. I took a look.
God, what a slime ball. Wasn't like she needed it. I mean, this guy's being forthcoming. Wasn't like I needed it. Wasn't like she needed it. I took a look. I mean, sure. Why would he be lying there?
So you kill women and interfere with them. That's your MO, Jameson?
I know some people might find what I do unusual, but I don't kill people. How can you prove that I killed this woman?
We can't. I just wanted to see what you would say.
Looks like I made a mistake.
I don't know. This one's tough because he's so dodgy and weird. We could definitely doubt him, but he's looking at us like straight on. Although now he's changing. I don't know, man. Truth or I mean, yeah, it's truthful, but also it doesn't make sense because if we say the truth, we don't get any other information. So I guess I'll say doubt here.
You found her lipstick. What did you write on her body?
What are you talking about? I didn't write anything.
You're under arrest, Jameson. We'll see how this plays out. Until then, you can think a little on how you'd like to be treated if you were found dead.
I'm telling you, it's not illegal. Me and some friends of mine...
Clyde, you get this sack of shit into a cell. I'll deal with him later.
Sure, Rusty.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, fair enough. I thought we needed to get more info because he really didn't tell us much, but he was definitely, the big hint there was that he was looking at us like head on, so he wasn't really acting shifty at all. It really often is like the tone of their voice too. If they have a tone of, you know, they're lying, then oftentimes they are, of course. Okay, what do we got in here?
Someone was trying to get her to come home.
2122 St. David Street, 11 Bridge. Is that a P? Font? Connecticut. Dear Evelyn, I hope that this letter finds you in a better way than when we last parted. Bitter words were exchanged. You had taken too much liquor, and we both knew what that makes you become. But I am not writing to harass and accuse. I am writing to apologize. I was heartbroken seeing what had become of my little girl and what she is doing to herself. You are destroying your body and your soul with liquor, Evelyn, and it is harder for me to watch than you can imagine. But only God Almighty above us has the right to judge, and so I beg your forgiveness. I've been in contact with a sanitarium here in Connecticut on your behalf. They say your condition is an illness, Evelyn, and that it can be treated. I don't know what that says. To check yourself in. It will not... Okay, so obviously alcoholism is a major, like, player here. What is this?
We could go over to the lot and see what they know about her.
The Keystone...
That's gonna be difficult, Cole. Keystone studio lot closed back in 41.
The Keystone Film Company, name Evelyn Summers, Department Legal? So she was like some sort of lawyer or something? Or some sort of paralegal or something like that? I don't know. Okay. And then it looks like we've got another matchstick, which is funny because sometimes he says it doesn't matter.
Maybe someone at Mensch's will remember her.
Mensch's Bar, corner 9th and Main. Sometimes he finds matchbooks, he's like, it's nothing. And then other times he's like, okay, this one's important. It's kind of funny.
This is a chit for personal items, not booze. It's an angle worth investigating.
So personal items from a liquor store. Evelyn Summers, 2 large suitcase, small suitcase, bedroll pillow, plain bedsheet, 3 photo frames, hairbrush, bowling pin? Bowling pin, what? Statuette, makeup, and clothes. Almost seems like she was buying stuff for like a film set, maybe? I don't know, that's a lot of weird items there. Okay. And then what else? We can talk to this guy.
What are you thinking, Ray?
The city keeps tossing us dead bodies. We're just running to catch up.
Okay, and then we've got something here. Now, the little clue marker does show up.
I don't think this is going to help us.
Oh, man, I was hoping the visual marker would, like, cut off the detritus of, like, you know, just having us examine trash. Okay, we can also go to the game well, but we'll head back over there and double-check that we have found every clue.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an address on Levine's Liquor, closest store to the Santa Fe Avenue rail yard, if possible.
Just a moment, Detective. Closest store would be the one at 939 South Hope Street.
Thanks for your help.
Wouldn't we want to find the actual liquor store? Like, what does the closest one matter? Wouldn't we want to find the liquor store where she actually, you know, went to? I would imagine. Maybe not, though. I'm not a detective. Okay,
we don't have any trouble.
So, again, it's still playing the music, which always throws me off, but let's check here. Show all clues is not highlighted, so I'm going to assume we are done here. Can also talk to certain cops and stuff. Just gonna run right over the evidence. Why not? Okay, let's go ahead and get out of here. We'll skedaddle. Skydaddle. Okay, so we got the bar and we got the liquor store. Well, the liquor store was closer, right? Because they said, yeah, give me the one that's closest to the rail yard. So I guess we'll head there first. I have no idea if it's actually closer or not. Don't really know if that's a thing.
read that those goddamn Chinese want to sell the relief food that we're sending them?
Yeah. Yeah, I read about that.
Those people are starving. They can't do that.
They want to sell the food to fund the civil war against the communists.
Really? I guess that's okay then.
Armies can't fight without food. You spend all your money on weapons, but you still have to have the will to fight. Fortunately, the Reds will win in China.
Watch your mouth. You know what you're saying?
The people of this country overthrew a king. You think the Chinese will balk at an emperor if they are starving?
Any Central Unit, 459 suspects to be taken into custody at the trolley station on Lucas Avenue. Stand by for further.
No, I don't think I will. Like I said, if it pops up on the map, I think we'll do some side stuff. How the heck do I get out of here, by the way? I could probably just slam through those parking doors, but I don't really want to hit the, I don't really want to take the hit on the, you know, case rating. But whatever, it's fine. Blah, blah, blah.
Breathe, Phelps. Breathe, damn it.
No, it's all good. We're fine. By the way, comment. What the heck was that guy doing? Comment question of the episode is going to be: have you seen the Severance Season 2 finale? I think we've talked about it in this series. Anything mystery related we'll kind of bring up here. I have seen the entirety of Severance so far, with Season 2 ending, and man, oh man, it really brought me back into the fold. I loved Season 2 of Severance at the end. It's kind of losing me a little bit with a certain plot line and also a couple of weaker episodes near the end of the season, but the finale was phenomenal. I loved it, loved every second, cried like a baby. It was so, like, emotional. I'm not going to spoil anything, but man, oh man, yeah, the emotional kind of heart to what was going on in Season 2 really, really, really hit me big time. So really loved the season finale. Totally brought me back into the fold. Very excited for Season 3, although, as many people have pointed out, it definitely could end with Season 2. The way that they ended Season 2 could be a series finale for sure. So I have a feeling that they'll keep going because, I mean, there's definitely still a lot of other things to explore, and also the show is a phenom. It's a very, you know, big hit as far as I can tell. But, yeah, man, love Season 2 near the end of it. It was losing me for a while, but they really did bring me back into it. So, have you seen Severance? What do you think? What'd you think about the Season 2 finale? Let me know in the comment section below. I would love to know. Where is this liquor store? We really should have gone to the other thing, I feel like. This liquor store is way out here, it seems. Yeah, seriously, where is this thing? Let's take a look at the map. What the heck? So we are actually very close to it, and I'm assuming this is... Oh, that's the pawnbroker. So where is the other one, then? Wonder where the Menches thing is. That's fine. We're super close. Yeah, we'll do the little side quests if we're, like, driving close to it, but, you know, I want to keep these episodes pretty tight as well with, like, sticking with the case, because if we just jump around with a lot of different things, then it's going to be harder to keep everything in our mind for solving the case, right? Okay. Levine's Liquor Store. Levine? Adam Levine from Maroon 5. He's a man.
What can I do for you?
LAPD, Phelps and Galloway. We're making inquiries into the murder of Evelyn Summers.
Evelyn? She's dead?
You knew Evelyn Summers, Mr.
Robbins. Yes, I knew Evelyn. I was a good friend of her ex-husband. She kept some of her stuff here.
Can you show us, please?
Sure. Come this way.
Good friend of her ex-husband.
You got some fine stock here, Mr. Robbins. You know, you let us take some for the road, this case might get solved a lot quicker.
Very
He's
corrupt,
joking,
Rusty.
Mr. Robbins.
Yeah, it's disgusting. Okay, so this is... Oh, so this is all the things that she bought then over here. Yeah, what is the what does the clue icon do? It just basically adds a visual indicator, but if your controller rumbles, it doesn't really matter. There's the bowling pin. Yeah, what was the deal with the bowling pin?
Rawlings Bowling Alley. Maybe Evelyn did something other than drink in her spare time.
Rawlings. I know that place. Corner of 9th and Grand. A lot of cops bowl there on Tuesday nights.
Okay. I don't know why would she have a bowling pin, though? And then...
I'm guessing Evelyn hadn't held down a job for quite some time before she was killed.
This is extremely depressing. These are just like trinkets from her life.
When exactly did Evelyn work in the pictures?
A few years ago. She worked in legal copyrights for music.
Legal copyrights for music. Interesting. Okay. She had 3 photographs, or frames. So this is one of those frames, I do suppose. What else we got in here?
She wasn't always such a loner.
Okay, picture of friends it looks like, and then some sort of poetry book or something.
Evelyn was reading Aristotle?
Evelyn wasn't stupid. The only stupid thing about her was her need to drink.
Fair enough. Aristotle. Wait, what was that noise? It was like a noise that happened. Ah, yeah, okay, good. Thank God I picked that back up.
And she was borrowing books from Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. That is a name. Okay. What else we got over here? Is that it? Doesn't seem like there's more to investigate, surprisingly. So, let's again open up the little book here. Show all clues is hollowed out. I wonder if we're going to investigate this man now. Where did he go? Back into the store? Can we head out back here? Maybe there's something back here, actually. Probably not, but I'm going to double check. Because sometimes, like that butcher knife in that trash can, you just don't know, right? Ultimately. All right, Rusty. Yeah, let's go see. I don't know if we're supposed to investigate this guy or not. He definitely seems like he would have information. Yeah, there we go. Man, imagine you just go out the back and you don't even realize you need to talk to him. Contact with victim.
We're trying to account for Evelyn's movements yesterday.
She came by in the morning.
A social visit? To pick up some of her things?
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye.
She had a couple of bucks and bought a quart of rye. I mean, he seems to be telling the truth here.
Any idea where the money came from?
She didn't mention it. But she did say the booze was a present for a boy. She said they had been fighting and she had to make it up to him.
The booze was a present to a boy. Relationship with victim.
Were you and Evelyn close, Mr. Robbins?
Many people will be sad she's gone. I'll be one of the few.
Yeah, I wish they put more guys like this in that are actually telling the truth, because it feels like everybody lies, which I get it, but like I feel like they should sprinkle some truthful dudes in, you know? Seems like he's telling the truth there.
We got the impression that Evelyn had been sleeping rough of late.
It became difficult for me to have her staying here. Her mother was trying to get her back on the straight and narrow. She's old now. And to be honest, you have to have a good reason to want to get back on.
Want to get back on? What does that mean? Knowledge of McCaffrey.
Do you know a friend of Evelyn's by the name of McCaffrey?
Not personally.
Not personally. Now, that seemed a little short. Again, he seems like he's telling the truth. He looks a little dodgy. He's looking down a bit. Yeah, sometimes you got to watch for a while. I'm going to doubt.
We're struggling for leads, Robbins. Did she know McCaffrey?
She idolized him. From what I gather, the feeling was far from mutual. He seems to peddle a revolutionary stance, fixing the ills of society. You could see how it would appeal to down-and-outs like Evelyn.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Robbins.
No problem. Hey, I'd like to make arrangements for the funeral. You think I could get in touch with Evelyn's mother?
Put in a call to the watch commander at Central Station, Mr. Robbins. He'll be trying to reach the next of kin.
Thanks. Get the guy, huh? Evelyn never hurt anybody.
Seems, yeah, probably one of my favorite NPCs right there. Seems like a good guy. Still lied a little bit with that one doubt, but I get it. I mean, kind of. I don't know. I feel like I would always, you know, for me, this is not trying to, like, blow my own horn or whatever, but like I'm typically truthful because my memory and like my neuroticism is so high. It's like I just don't want to deal with lies, right? Like I don't want to have to deal with, oh God, what did I say? Like can't do it. It's like I'm just being truthful is so much easier, you know, and obviously better typically to live your life in that way. Rawlings Bowling Alley and Mench's Bar. So probably the bar first because that was on the list first. So let's go head over to the Mench's Bar. Excuse me, I can drive into incoming traffic. It's allowed. Now they say to use the siren, but I don't know if the siren actually helps or not because I guess cars do stop and that's nice.
Any Central unit, a possible 415 at Alvera Street Plaza. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
No thank you. Man, it has been a while since we found like a landmark. There's the RKO Theater. Like I said, I don't know much about LA, you know, geography or main points of interest. Obviously the famous ones, the Hollywood Walk of Fame, Hollywood, of course, all the stuff that anybody would know about, but yeah, like the RKO Theater. I don't know what that is. Mench's Bar.
Drink, fellas.
Phelps, Galloway, homicide. We need to ask you some questions concerning Evelyn Summers.
I'm Walter Mensch. Evelyn Summers, what is it now?
You knew Evelyn?
As well as I wanted to know Evelyn. She's a pain in the ass, always coming in here, cadging drinks, never had any money. She was in just a couple of nights ago.
Did she ever tell you where she was staying?
I don't know. I think she was living rough. She had that kind of stunk about her.
Who did she drink with?
A bunch of these guys. Ask around.
Stunk. Okay. I feel like I had a thought there, but I forgot what I was going to say. Hello.
You a friend of Evelyn Summers?
Who's asking?
Very cute. You know who's asking.
I know my rights.
You don't have any. Answer the question.
Evelyn mooches for drinks. I don't have any time for that.
Was that so hard?
Keep writing me, copper.
Such an aggressive exchange. Okay. Everybody relax, man. It's not that serious. I mean,
what's your name?
It is serious as murder.
Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Mind if I ask you some questions, Mr. McCaffrey?
I'm just a starving writer, detective. What do you want to ask about?
Evelyn Summers, and why she was found beaten and strangled in the rail depot on Santa Fe.
Okay. I see your point.
How well did you know her?
I can't say that I knew her. It was more like I was aware of her.
Okay, interesting. So since we went to the liquor store first, we now know that she had a book that was borrowed from this guy, and also the liquor store guy said that that she like loved this guy, Grosvenor McCaffrey, which that is an insane name. What the hell is that? Known associate of murder victim Evelyn. So yeah, I think we've done well by talking to this guy second. Also, this is definitely the killer. But it's weird because there's like so many like obvious killers, but then the murders are so connected. It's like it's a very weird game in that way. But again, all will become known, I'm assuming. Criminal history.
Do you have a criminal record, Mr. McCaffrey?
Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes.
This guy looks really familiar too, man. So many actors in this game. Nothing serious. I've had a few skirmishes. Definitely seemed dodgy there. I think that's absolutely a doubt.
Do you want to save me some time, or do you want me to look up your file?
Industrial disputes, strikes, workers' rights, that kind of thing.
A regular fifth columnist. Nice to meet you, comrade.
Okay, relationship with the victim.
You say you barely knew Evelyn?
Yes, that is correct.
That's a lie, or at least a doubt. Now, what's very interesting is if you didn't go to the liquor store first, you would not have evidence for this lie, if it is indeed a lie. I wonder, yeah, because if you didn't have the book, would this just flat out be a doubt? I'm going to say lie, though.
You're lying, McCaffrey. You looked down your nose at Evelyn, but you knew her, and you have some idea of what happened.
I hope you're holding aces. I'm telling you again, I barely knew the woman.
I mean, if there was ever a freaking item to, like, prove somebody wrong at a lie, it would probably be this. I'm just going to go for it.
Why would you lend her your book on metaphysics if you only knew her in passing? It was more than that. A Renaissance man like yourself, lending his books to his acolytes.
She hounded me about that goddamn book, and then she lifts it from my apartment and lies to my face that she didn't take it, as if she could even comprehend any of it. I saw her go into a hotel with Tiernan last night. They had booze in a paper bag. He's your man.
Thank you for the information, Mr. McCaffrey.
We probably should ask who Tiernan is. Like, how the heck are we going to find that? All right, let's check the intuition. Show all clues is out. Yeah, that one. This case is going pretty well so far. 10 experience to the rank as well. Let's grab another car, too, if we can. Hello there! Oh, those are police officers. Come on, Rusty. Get that cardio up. Sweat that booze out of your pores. Let's grab this little beige car. I gotta say, I know there's probably people watching this that are, like, big fans of old cars. I do not...
LAPD, police emergency.
So I pay the city all these goddamn taxes and you need to take my car?
I do not like how old cars look. At least in this game. Like, I guess this era, the 40s and 50s, whatever, era of cars. American Hot Rods, like, I guess, like, more 70s stuff, I do actually like. But this style, not my thing. Also, I just saw the game well.
Phelps, 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Messages, please.
A message from Captain Donnelly. Return to Central. Code 2.
Thank you.
Wouldn't we want to find a Tiernan, though? I thought that's what we were going to use the game well for. Return to Central. And again, that sounds urgent, so I don't know. Should we take that as urgent? Urgent, urgent, urgent emergency. Because we still got the bowling alley. Well, we're not... I'm just going to play the game like, you know, whatever sounds urgent, that's what I'm going to go for. This one sounds urgent, so I'm going to go for that. But we don't have the bowling. Man, I'm just not sure. Like, I just really don't know how to play it. Let's... Did it say immediately? Did it... Yeah... I can't decide. All right, let's go to the... Yeah, let's go to the police station. I don't know. It's just tough, man. It's really tough to tell. I kind of like that they give you the choices, you know, whether to go to one area or another area, but I do also wish there was some kind of way to know. Maybe it doesn't matter, though. Maybe we can just go do this, and then obviously, you know, maybe the coroner says something, but then we can go to the bowling station, or the bowling station, the bowling alley. Maybe we can do both. I'm not entirely sure. Also, yeah, we are, like, flat out downtown LA here, it looks like, which we haven't seen as much. Excuse me. Okay, I have no idea where this police station is. We might be, like, on the complete other side of it. The best way to do it is to kind of, like, look at the flag and see how often it moves, basically. If it's moving quickly, then that means you're close, obviously. Oh! Looks like we're super close, though. Is this the same station every time? I guess it would be, right? All right, we are taking a left up here. And then we usually just get right into a cutscene, right? Yep. Central Police Station. Yeah, I guess it's the same. Obviously the same police station every time.
Hey, there's such a thing as soap.
The captain is downstairs with Ray Pinker and Carruthers.
Oh.
I want to make homicide.
Interesting. So this is tying to the Dahlia stuff. Okay, station commander, detective. So how do we get downstairs? Interview room, patrol room? Are we just following Rusty, it looks like? You leading the way, Mr. Rusty?
Homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that desk.
Yeah, so Ray Pinkerton. I wonder what his job is, because he's showing up when it involves these Dahlia happenings.
What's this about, Captain?
Ray and Mal have some concerns over the Henry and Muller cases, which I don't want aired outside of this room.
The evidence is solid, Captain.
I agree, Rusty. It's just that corpses keep piling up.
Copycats.
I've been banging the same drum. But the notes and the lipstick messages.
Evelyn Summers, Cartel Classic Carmine. Each woman, same brand, same color.
Teresa Terrelson didn't have a lipstick message.
Technically, you're right, Rusty. She didn't have any lipstick. But she did have a message. We found it beneath her dress, scraped with a sharp stick.
What did it say?
You sure you want to know?
Ray?
As far as we can be sure, it said cunt BD.
That's one way of looking at it.
Looking at what?
Cunt is all about access, Phelps. You're married, so yours is mortgaged. Some of us like to pay by installments. This guy doesn't like to pay at all.
Why are you so angry, Mal?
Because I just had to fire one of my assistants. He was a friend of Jameson's. God knows what he might have been up to.
Captain, we have good leads in the Summers case, but it's up to you to decide how we proceed.
Keep this under your hat for now. And to follow up on Evelyn Summers, I want daily reports.
I understand you, but thousands wouldn't.
I don't really
Got
understand
our
that.
orders. Back to the Summers case. Get an address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar. I'll meet you outside.
An address for McCaffrey. He'll have blown the bar, meaning like he left the bar. Also, we got another phone thing here. The Tiernan lead, I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't understand the C word.
Operator, give me R&I.
Thing.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address for a Grosvenor McCaffrey.
Grosvenor McCaffrey. Apartment 6, 126 Yale Street, between Ord and Alpine.
Thanks, ma'am.
Okay, we've got a lot of leads here. Yeah, I don't understand the C word thing because Rusty's like, oh, yours is on mortgage, I pay and install. God, Rusty is so disgusting, man. Like, I really... It's going to be hard for Rusty to get beaten as, like, least favorite partner. Although, like I said, it could happen. I definitely remember another partner for sure in this game. He's a memorable character. Central Police Station again, but why? Let's go to the bowling alley, because I feel like if you take too long and get too far away from something, you know, something bad could happen, obviously. Hop on in, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. Come on, Rusty. You can figure it out. Are you just falling over drunk? Not understanding how to get in a car?
What's it got to do with? Morals. Would it bother you to put the wrong person away?
Depends.
On what?
On whether anyone except the poor son of a bitch in the Slammer ever found out.
Expected that conversation to go longer. Yeah, well, I'm in agreement with Cole. I mean, look, I get it. Like, putting away somebody that's nasty to society and whatever and a horrible person, that's overall going to have a good effect. But for me, it's more important to, as I said, find the actual truth of the matter, not just, you know, tie something up with a bow that feels good, but I know in the pit of my stomach it's not the correct thing, if that makes sense. Anyways, what I was saying, yeah, the C word thing, like, I don't understand. So it sounded like Rusty was saying the crimes were, like, sexually driven. Because Teresa, I think, was the one where we went on that long goose chase to, like, find the library card and everything, right? Or her, whatever, her address. So then they found a message afterwards. So yeah, it seems like literally everything is tied together. It's so weird, except for... No, I guess all of them. The only one was Teresa, but even, yeah, she had a message or whatever. So I don't know what's going on, man. It's clearly all connected, however. Where is the front entrance? There we go. Rawlings Bowling. About 5 p.m. Why did she have a bowling pin? She ordered that from, like, a liquor store. She wrote that down as, like, a list to get or something, which is interesting.
Hello, Rusty. 2 on your usual lane?
I'm Detective Phelps. Homicide.
You must be new. What's your shoe size?
We're conducting an investigation, ma'am. Do you know the name Evelyn Summers?
Sounds like I should. Oh, maybe it could be Jimmy's friend.
Jimmy?
James Tiernan. He's a pin setter. One day he introduced me to a lady after work. It stuck in my mind because she was much older, too old for him.
Where can we find Jimmy, Florence?
He'll be hopping around the lanes toward the back.
Thanks, ma'am.
Why was Cole
go get him.
screaming that entire time? He's like, yeah, I will say, Cole Phelps is a weird protagonist, especially the acting and the voice acting. I'm not necessarily saying it's bad or anything, but it is very odd.
Down the left side of the alleys.
Some of the time, down the left side of the alleys. Because, like, Cole just walks up and starts screaming at this old woman's face. He could just talk to her. I don't get it. Okay, so down over here it looks like. And then, yeah, Tiernan.
LAPD!
I love how they just always run every time.
There!
What are you waiting for? Get after him!
We might go faster if we weren't carrying the extra weight.
Is that a comment
These are
on Rusty's
flashy cars to be
size?
parked outside a bowling alley.
The lanes attract a fast-living individual with money to burn, Cole.
Or a middle-aged individual with the need to feel virile.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
I'm right there, Rusty. Like, what are you
Another
talking
runner.
about?
Well, at least we've got a suspect.
Why do they always run? I'm sure we've got the wrong person in more than one of these homicides, but they always seem to lam it.
You know, your theories are not airtight by any means, Phelps.
Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
Yeah, I don't know if I should
This
hit him
isn't
or
the
if I
killer,
should
we
let
can at
Rusty
least
do
get
it.
him for reckless endangerment.
That's unless he runs into a wall and saves us all the trouble.
I'll try to shoot out his tires.
That is the end of that. It's about fucking time.
The aggression is so high. Everyone's so aggressive in this game. Just relax. Take a breather. Are we not, like, investigating him? I guess, are we supposed to go down to Central or something to go talk to him? All right, well, yeah, things are heating up here. We got a lot of leads. Grosvenor, whatever the heck that guy's name was. And then Tiernan, who I'm assuming we want to go investigate or interrogate at the police station. And then obviously all of these ties into the Black Dahlia. What is happening? I don't know. I have vague memories, but that's really all that they are. Anyways, we'll end this episode here, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Also, check out the Patreon page if you'd like to get involved in voting and submitting on future content on this channel. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Let me guess. Hiding from the wife?